What was a young Rodney Mullen like skating with him?
It was, we didn't really skate with him because the only time I saw him was in competition. And when we did go on tour with him,
bro, he was such a recluse still to this day.
Yeah. He would skate so when we went on tour with Rodney, he would travel with us in the van. But then as soon as we got to the hotel after traveling and getting in our beds and everything, he'd like, where'd Rodney go?
He'd go skate.
He'd sneak out he'd sneak out at 12 and I'd hear him like creeping in at like 3 a.m.
No way.
And be like,
always.
Where'd you go? He's like, oh, I found a spot with some light. And he's like, and I learned 3 tricks.
So cool.
And I'm like,
yeah, fuck, we were sleeping.
Okay, I guess we'll see these in the demo tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think that's like goes back to that natural talent. People don't see those hours of those hard work. Like talking about Kobe earlier, like the Dream Team movie, and like Kobe was when everyone else was out partying. Like Kobe had already hit the gym 3 times and was like on his way to practice when the guys were coming back in. Yeah. Like that's the stuff that people don't see, the behind closed doors that like really do matter.
Well, we were asleep, so Ronnie's out practicing and inventing tricks, and that's why he invented so many tricks, because we're sleeping and he's skating. But people can be awake and still be asleep. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's like they're not putting the effort in, and they're just sitting there on the sidelines watching, admiring. But that admiration should turn into motivation.
Yep.
And for me, as in my older age, I would love to someday be kind of like a life coach to people and try to teach them what I've learned, to pass down that knowledge and wisdom to help them.
Yep.
It's like you've been around long enough, like where you've seen it all. You've seen people go through the highs and people go through the lows. So it's like you have a lot of input on that for sure.
Yeah, and it's the best wisdom that you can get is just learning from the mistakes of others. Yeah. You don't have to go through what other people are going to learn and experience that thing. So reading stories about people's lives, and then you see how people end up going a certain way. Study their life and go like, was it beneficial?
That's what I did.
The things that they loved, how did it help them? Did it help them succeed, or did it demolish them? Yeah.
If you had to look at the career now, like with you having such a successful career, and then obviously having the Van shoe, which is like so iconic, and everything you've done over the years, with the wisdom you have now, not saying it was not always there, but for the people that now see where you're at in life, and it seems like you're just at peace with life and you're at peace with understanding what you've done. What do you think like the Mount Rushmore of skateboarding looks like to you? If you had to put a few faces up there, who would those faces be?
They wouldn't fit on the mountain.
You can't just pick 4.
Great answer. I've heard the Mount Rushmore thing to so many different like avenues of sports and things and cultures, but like
there's more than 4.
There's sometimes
every sport names that you would put up there.
Shoot.
On the spot.
Today or yesterday?
All time. All time.
Of all time?
All time.
Oh, man.
Pioneers, icons.
All time, dude, is a long time for Cab over here. So you got to remember.
Are you talking skateboarding, moto, skateboarding? Gosh. Oh, man. I can't.
Because it's going to be different, dude.
Are there names specifically to you? Yeah, are there names specifically to you that you looked up to that you said like these guys were great and you wanted to be better than them?
That wanted to be better than them or just as good as them?
Or just as good as them?
Well, obviously, from the beginning, Eddie Alguera, because he was on top. But, these are people who influenced me to be better. So I wouldn't say that they're the best at the sport. But if there were people that I would put on that influenced me in a positive way, Stacy Peralta, Eddie Alguera, Shogo Kubo, Tony Alva. I mean, a lot of guys from the past, that helped at Ty Page. The guys that when I was young, influenced me to become who I am today. I mean, there's people in
don't hear that name a lot anymore.
There's people in other generations that could be up there,
Yeah.
and they're way better than the guys that I just mentioned. But those are the people that
If it wasn't for those dudes, you wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. It's
And
a
I
great
think
answer.
So I
it's
don't-
just perspective of it, of like it can be different for anyone
Yeah.
based on how that your Rushmore influenced you. You know,
Yeah.
my Rushmore might be different in moto than Jeremy's, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Different
those
generations.
are the people that like influenced you along the way. And it's such a loose term, but it's like really cool to hear people's own perspective
Yeah.
of that, you know?